Hey YouTube, a number of people have asked me about how I get my seeds started, so I thought I might do a quick video. It's a pretty simple process, but it may be a few good tips for especially the first-time gardeners that are working a limited area. If you've got a big area that you're going to do, of course you're going to use a different system, and if you're going to be canning, you may use a different system because you want a lot of those crops to come in all at the same time so that you can can them. But some of the tips I would give right off the bat are plant more than you need. It doesn't cost but pennies a pot to plant a seed, and sometimes some don't come up and then you're short, whatever. Just plant more than you need, and if you have extra you can give them away. Now of course, depending on your situation, that's going to determine how you do yours. But generally for what I do, I like to keep stuff coming in all season long, so I generally try to plant some and then wait a few weeks and then seed some more so that I don't have a big bumper crop of, say, cucumbers coming in, and then for 2 weeks, 3 weeks I have cucumbers and then nothing. So if you stagger your plants when you start your seeds and when you put them out in the garden, you can spread your yield out for a longer season. So keep that in mind. So that's one technique. The other one is don't be afraid to make a mistake with your planting. It's a little confusing in the beginning which to start when, and you can get on the calendar and try to get everything timed according to the exact day that it's supposed to. I don't obsess about that too much. I pretty much know the seasons and I get them started. Plus, you can get tomato plants started, but believe me, when it's cool out, they'll just sit in your garden. They're not even going to grow. So don't obsess about that. Just get started. You'll make a few mistakes, but that's exactly how we learn. So let me show you the simple method that I have found that works out the best for me. Okay, now as you can see, here's a sample of what I got going on. This is what I call the coffee cup method. And basically I save coffee cups through the year. And typically you want to get ones that aren't too big. They're kind of on the smaller side. But you can use any container, a yogurt cup, anything. It's not important. Just poke some holes in the bottom for drainage, of course. And this has worked out pretty good. I saved these cups. And then what I've done is, if you go up to the garden center, a lot of times you'll see these in the dumpster. You can pick these up. These are fantastic. Sometimes you'll see this version. They come in different ones. But what you want is one that has the separate compartments, because if you get one that's more of a tray, your cups will fall over as you're moving it around and moving it around the garden and so forth. So the individual holders like that work fantastic. Now, the first year, I bought one of those trays with all the little peat pots in there with the little plastic clear top, and that really was kind of, I thought it was a little bit silly and a waste of money actually. So I still use that tray. I still have the tray that it came in, but really this has worked out the best. Get you a bag of soil, get you some cups, you can buy some, poke holes in the bottom, put your dirt in there and fill them up. And another thing that I like about the coffee cup method is you can write right on there what it is. So you don't have those little sticks that sometimes can fall over, get knocked out when you're watering, or if the dog runs over them or whatever. And this works good. Every year you just scribble out what the old one was and you just write the new one on there. Some of these you can see have so many that I almost don't have room to write any more on there. But this works out great. So after I get my cups all full and I get my thing, I usually put them in front of a window to start with. I've got a nice sized window with a lot of sunlight, and that works good. Then from there I typically will move them to my little mini greenhouse. I've got a video on that you can watch, how I made that out of a shelf unit, and that works out pretty good too. The key is just to get started, get doing it, and learn from the small mistakes you make, and every year you perfect your craft of working your garden. Alright, well listen, I hope this little video has been a help. If you've got any questions, send me a message. I'll be glad to help you if I can. If you've got an idea that works out good for you, share it, tell us about it. We'd all like to know about it. That's how we learn. I'll see you on the next video.